Welcome back to Crypto Geeks. Today we're going to discuss the 2 month delay that the judge just granted to the SEC. So, if you've been in the markets for some time, you're aware that of the recent surge of prices all across the board. We've seen Bitcoin just jump up about $30,000 in the past month. We've seen Shiba Coin, Curve Finance, Solana, because of their NFT platform, and many others recently pumped and set new all-time highs. XRP has been one of the major laggers this cycle, especially due to the lawsuit filed by the SEC, who are supposed to protect us investors. Now, the price is astronomically suppressed. It's crazy suppressed right now. So just a couple of days ago, again, a federal judge granted the SEC's request to extend discovery by 2 months. So over here on the Daily Huddle, this article was just posted 2 days ago. A federal judge has granted the SEC request to extend discovery phase of its lawsuit against Ripple by an additional 2 months. Judge Sarah Nutburns says in a new order that the additional time requested by the SEC will not impact the schedule to resolve the case. Rather, the additional time sought by the SEC will allow both sides to complete the outstanding fact discovery and properly prepare for expert depositions. The discovery phase is a pre-trial stage of a lawsuit where both parties present relevant information and evidence. The SEC asked to extend the deadline for expert discovery from November 12th to January 14th, citing the need for sufficient time to prepare rebuttal reports and depose a minimum of 14 expert witnesses. The regulator argued such an extension wouldn't extend the case's timeline. Ripple opposed the January 14th extension, arguing that expert discovery should only be extended to December 10th, saying that the 2 month extension would needlessly prolong discovery. Attorney and crypto legal expert Jeremy Hogan, who is a Ripple supporter, disagrees with Judge Sarah Nutburns about the extension's impact on the lawsuit's timeline. Hogan said on Twitter, "This is no bueno. Judge argues that the additional time will not affect the schedule to resolve the case. But I don't see how that is possible. It has to affect the schedule for briefing summary judgment. Case summary judgment resolution now not until March to May 2022. So here we go, guys. Another extension. And when I say another and I said again, it's because if we look here on Yahoo Finance on June 15th, 2021, court grants SEC's motion to extend discovery period in Ripple case. And look, it's literally word by word, extended an additional 2 months to conduct discovery in their case against Ripple. So this has been going on for a while, guys. We're not sure when it's going to end. We keep hearing rumors about a settlement around the corner. But look, I wouldn't be surprised if in a month or two, around like January, maybe end of December, we will see some kind of crazy narrative change where the SEC gets beaten and Ripple wins. There's a huge, maybe it's going to be a settlement, maybe it's going to be something else, but something big, something very big is coming. We just got to be patient because other than the SEC lawsuit that has been affecting XRP for the past year, XRP and Ripple has nothing but good news. Good news after good news, partnership after partnership. Just the couple of months ago too, how the on-demand liquidity just went live in Japan for remittances between the Philippines and Japan. So that helps a billion people. It's gonna help a billion people. I mean, in the future, when this technology reaches other parts of the world. So this is just the beginning, guys. This is really just the beginnings. Don't forget too, Forbes talked about XRP back in April 2021, saying that the SEC is now on trial and knows it. So if Forbes is talking about XRP, guys, that should tell you something. This is not something small. So over here, don't forget too. Let's cover it a little bit real quick. The hearing showed that the case against Ripple. I don't know why they just don't say Ripple was based on an illogical premise. And it alleged that XRP, the digital currency that Ripple uses for cross-border payments, has been an unregistered security since 2013, and that the SEC was just getting around to saying so on the last day of Clayton's tenure last December. So this thing is so dumb because Ripple has been asking the SEC for clarity for so long, and they never gave it to them. And even now, they're trying to ask them, like, how did you determine that Bitcoin and Ethereum were were not securities? And they just can't answer them. They just keep delaying and delaying the case. With this late with this late in the game regulatory determination, the SEC now deems that every Ripple sale for 7 years was an illegal securities trade, and that Ripple, its two top executives named in the suit, along with millions of retail holders, should have known this all along, even though the agency never did. Due process and fair notice were thrown out the window to get the case across the transom on the day that Clayton walked out the door. Coincidence? The hearing detailed the many vague, contradictory statements regulators made on cryptocurrency over the years. In 2018, Clayton told CNBC that Bitcoin is not a security, and Hinman gave a widely covered speech which laid out how Ether was not a security, despite debuting in an ICO in 2014. With XRP, they said its status had not been determined. Trading platforms asked the SEC if XRP was a security before listing the token, and the agency refused to clarify. When asked whether XRP was a security, the chairman of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission's Heath Tarbert, in the 2020 interview, declared it's unclear. Stay tuned. We're working closely with the SEC to figure out what falls into what box. They would admit that nothing in the 1933 Securities Act refers to cryptocurrency, and then would request Congress to clarify the statute. Instead, the SEC made an unfounded determination with no warning or process. So, this whole time, again, the SEC never had any clear rules about anything about cryptocurrency, and all of a sudden they just come out and say, "Oh, hey, XRP, you're a security. You've been selling unregistered securities since 2013." It doesn't make any sense. So hopefully, these Ripple lawyers will shred the SEC apart, will uncover the truth, will get the discovery that they requested about Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we're gonna see where this gonna lead. Because guys, don't forget, this case is going to it covers the entire cryptocurrency market. It's not just for Ripple. It's for the entire market. So if STC wins, this is very bad for every single coin out there. It's not just XRP. Don't forget that. In other good news, though, let's cover some good news. We have here. It was October 22nd. Ripple scores major win. Judge orders SEC to explain. The SEC is ordered to explain, among other things, how the Howey test applies to XRP, what is the statute of Ether and Bitcoin, and the sale of XRP as investment contracts. This is very important. Judge Sarah Nutburn has addressed two pending motions in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit the same week she granted the SEC's request to extend the expert discovery deadline to January 14, in a move that surprised a few. The order regards the individual defendant's motion to compel the SEC to provide clearer answers to Ripple's interrogatories, and the SEC's protective order to relieve it of the obligation to respond to 29,947 separate requests for admission. Wow. Because the discovery sought overlaps in certain respects, these applications are resolved together. Both motions are granted in part and denied in part, Judge Number concluded. Uh-oh, the SEC is going to be forced to admit that there is nothing in any of these contracts that created an expectation of profits by purchasers of XRP. That's a big problem for the SEC, Attorney Jeremy Hogan commented. That's very good news. See, the SEC tries to blast one way, but so far all we've seen is them try to push the case, not answer any questions about anything Ripple lawyers ask them. So there's still no clarity. This case has been going on for 10 months and we still have no clarity whatsoever. For the nearly 30,000 requests for admission, the judge ordered the SEC to respond to the ones seeking to establish the authenticity or genuineness of a document, the ones relating to fair notice defense, and the ones about Ripple's extraterritorial defense. The remaining 28,849 requests were regarded as theater, despite the defendant's protestations that this volume of requests is reasonable and will narrow the issues for trial. It is hard to view the stunt as anything more than theater. SEC has much to explain. As to Ripple's interrogatories on the SEC's views of the XRP's investment contracts, Judge Nara Nutburn said the SEC's legal theory is not an excuse to avoid responding to defendants' factual inquiry, nor is it a basis to answer a different question than posed. The judge has also ordered the SEC to respond to whether Bitcoin and/or Ether are securities within the meaning of Section 2 of the 1933 Securities Exchange Act. Although the agency already explained it does not typically determine whether a particular financial instrument is or is not a security. As to questions regarding XRP and Ripple's behavior under Howey, the parties conflict over the application of Howey and his progeny does not render Ripple's interrogatory improper. The SEC is also compelled to answer. Judge Nerdburn, however, denied Chris Larson's motion regarding whether the XRP ledger was not fully functional before the start of the ongoing securities offering allegedly complaint, and when it did become functional, according to the SEC's views. The court deemed the interrogatory as too vague and ordered the parties to meet and confer on good faith to further clarify the terms, hopefully. The digital asset space lacks clarity. That is nearly unanimous. The SEC versus Ripple lawsuit may help the industry move toward a clearer regulatory framework and will provide precedent for the next enforcement actions and litigations with the SEC. So hopefully we'll get out of the woods soon, and if this is positive, it's going to be positive for the entire cryptocurrency market. All right, let's end it with some quick technicals. So XRP right now we're sitting at $1.12. Bitcoin is sitting at about 62,700, and XRP we're still sitting at number 7. We keep going up and down with Solana, but I see in the next few weeks it's gonna overtake Solana and Tether and come back to the number 5 spot. And hopefully in the near future we'll see XRP at the number 3 spot again. And maybe one day, not maybe one day, but hopefully in the near future, next few years, I would say XRP will sit in the number 1 spot and dethrone Bitcoin once and for all. Now, that's it for the day, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This is strictly for entertainment purposes and speculation. But we love XRP and we love talking about it. So please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. Hit the like button to support us. And till next time.